Welcome again to join us on Daily Zohar. The shiur is dedicated for the success and parnasah of Fegel Sarah Bat Reuven Leib. The Zohar says, come and say, on Shabbat, at a time when the day is being sanctified, there is a concept in Shamayim. It's called Etz Chaim. Etz Chaim is this spiritual concept of a stockpile of souls, of neshamot that come out. So on Shabbat, from the stockpile of neshamot, the neshamot would come out, and those spiritual or those souls would actually go down. And it's very interesting that the term that the Zohar used, it says umenashvim, lenashev is to blow. So those souls, those spirits are being blown down to we say, for example, ruach menashevet, the wind is blowing, menashvot down for the people down here, venachim bahem kol yom Shabbat, and they rest in the soul, in the body of the person all throughout Shabbat long. We do have to say that it's not a full extent of a neshama, it's 1/60th of a soul. It is yet powerful enough, 1/60th. It's powerful enough that when the neshama goes out on Shabbat, on Motzai Shabbat, everybody feels a little shvach, you feel a little down. Feel a little down. There's a certain aspect of sadness. So it comes down to the people, and after the Shabbat goes out, they go back to the spiritual world, and they're being crowned with a superior crowns with of great height. And so is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu calls upon a person a different soul, and when the Torah says, Ki acheret yikach lo, when he takes another one to him, af al pi shenizdammna lo neshama zo, even though another soul comes to him, הנשמה שהייתה לו מתחילה שארה של הראשונה. The soul that is coming now is a remnant of the first one. So it says, Ksuta va'onata lo yigra. The clothing and the other needs of the neshama, as much as the woman has, the man is obligated, lo yigra. In other words, you need to maintain that. Sometimes we do say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give us nishmat chaim, will put in us nishmat chaim. In other words, awaken our neshama. If our neshama was corrupted, or our neshama became, refreshed the neshama. Not that you're getting a complete new soul, because if you get a complete new soul, you'll be a new person. You have to live again. But rather, the neshama goes in almost like a spiritual overall, and being cleansed, and it comes like new, but it's still a remnant of the other one. But what do you need to do? You have to make sure to maintain your neshama and all his needs, all the neshama's needs. And what are the needs of the neshama? And the needs for the neshama is based on what the Zohar says on the pasuk, "Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe le'emor daber el kol adat bnei Israel," speak to all the Jews, "Va'amarta kedushim tiyu ki kadosh ani." You should be holy, for I am holy. The neshama, our soul, suffers tremendously when we unpurify ourselves, when we live life of impurity. The neshama suffers, and when the neshama suffers, it creates, we'll call it a conflict, but it creates a certain tension in us, and we feel bad. And then what do? We need to cover up. And we do other things to quiet down the noise of the neshama that keeps on screaming and yelling until it becomes corrupt completely, and it's okay. And we don't feel any shame or remorse for anything we do. We feel it's okay. It's not a problem. So it says, so you need to sanctify yourself. Why? Ki kadosh ani. Rabbi Elazar patach. Rabbi Elazar said, Al tihiyu kesus kepered, right? En hevin. Don't be like a horse or like a mule. Now what does it mean? Many times in which the Torah testified upon people and says, guys, I'm here. And the Torah says, I called them. I called these people. I called them to come and learn. And the Torah comes and calls us to all directions. And everybody is sleeping. Everybody is busy sleeping, and they're busy with their sleep and with their sins. The Torah is calling you. Where we say every single day there is a heavenly voice that comes out from Har Sinai. In other words, every day a person has his own Kabbalat Torah daily. You know, Kabbalat Torah is not something that happened 3,300 whatever years ago. Every single day a person has to be mekabel upon himself the Torah. And the Torah, of course, is a concept calls upon you, and they're sleeping. And it says, those people who are doing that, אינם מסתכלים ואינם משגיחים באיזה פנים יקום ליום הדין העליון. They don't pay attention, and they're not concerned what is going to be their panim, the character, the face, how they're going to basically show and present themselves at the great day of judgment. They don't care. If they would care, they would do something about it. When that great day of judgment, it was the king, Kadosh Baruch Hu, is going to demand from them the disgrace of the Torah, who was yelling against them every single day. They don't even look at it. They just turn their faces away from it. This is a tremendous blemish in which people are affected by, because they don't understand that the emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu depends on that aspect of accepting the Torah every single day. Oy lahem ve'oy lenafsham, ki haTorah ma'ida ba'im ve'omeret. The Torah comes and testify against them, and there's nothing you can do against it. And a person like this, it's called choser lev. He has a lack of a heart, because the heart, you say, oh, you know, my heart was quenched. I feel bad, you know. So, and why is that? Because your neshama became so gross, so disgusting, so brute, that it didn't bother you. You don't feel it. If, like, for example, if you would step on a roach, you don't feel bad, because you got used to killing ants and other insects and so on. If Chaz v'Shalom, a person will get used to kill people, he will get used to it. It won't be a big problem for him. It says, "V'kvar lamadnu ki kol mi she'eino osek b'Torah." Whoever does not learn Torah, asur litkarev etzlo milishtatef imo lasot to mischar. The Zohar says that, you know, it's be very difficult for you to go and do business with people who don't learn Torah. They're going to cheat you. And even more so, or even lalechet imo baderech, to go with him. Ki en emunah. You go with a person who doesn't believe, who doesn't learn, right? And we learn that kol adam sheholech baderech ve'en imo divrei Torah mitchayev benafsho. Why? Because when you walk in the street, you have to speak divrei Torah. If you're not speaking divrei Torah, mitchayev benafsho, you're putting your life in danger. So how are you going to go with the person who's going to put your life in danger? So people say, hey, listen, you know, nothing happens to me. There are a lot of dangers. Not every danger is a danger with a gun to your head. The spiritual danger is much greater than the physical danger. Because for that, what they're going to do? They're going to take your guns. Okay, so they took away your guns. They took away your bullets. They took away everything. But the damage in which a spiritual or mental abuse can cause is greater than physical. It's very difficult to overcome spiritual or psychological abuse and physical abuse. It's engraved in you. Your head, you have a black and blue, it goes away. Your mind stays with you forever. So here too. And why is that? Why is not allowed? Because she'eino machshiv kvod adono v'shelo, she'eino chasad nafsho. When you don't, which is a tremendous thing, when a person is not concerned about maintaining his own self, he's not concerned about his own well-being, he doesn't care the kavod of Hashem, he doesn't care about himself, he doesn't care about Hashem. You don't care about Hashem. Why do you care about Hashem? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu told you, watch out, take care of yourself. So you see that it's all evolved around Hashem. And if you thought otherwise, you're wrong. And Amar Rabbi Elazar says, Tameh ani al hador, I'm wondering on this generation. V'kvar ne'emar hadavar. And already says, Al tiyu kesis vefered. En havin. Don't be like a horse or a mule that does not understand. You need to understand. Ashreim hatzadikim ha'oskim b'Torah. Lucky are those righteous people who learn Torah. Umekadshim atzmam, and sanctify themselves b'kedushat melech. Who sanctify themselves with the holiness of God. Nothing in this world is holy by itself. Everything, your holiness will be determined on how close you are to Ribono Shel Olam. And you're far from Ribono Shel Olam, you're not going to be holy. It's like a light source that sheds light on you. If you are in a different room, the light is not going to shine on you. And mimele, you're not going to become spiritual, and then you're going to become like an animal. And for animals, Shabbat was not given, it was given to us. That's why Shabbat is so important. So, yes, there is a physical gym that you have to take care of, but there's also a spiritual one. It starts with Shabbat, and it continues with Torah. And if you do so, Nimtzaim Kedushim Bakol, if you do so, and you're aware that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is ahead of you all the time, Itkadashtem v'ayitem kedushim, you should sanctify yourself and you'll be holy. Why? Because I am God and I am holy. If a person knows or is aware of the fact that Kadosh Baruch Hu is around him all the time, mimele, his actions are going to be pure all the time. There's no room for arrogance and self-promotion in the presence of Hashem. And not only them, their children are going to be tzadikei emet, and this is it's a very important concept. Unikraim bnei hamelech banim kedoshim. They're called they're called princes, the sons of a king, the holy sons of a king. Why is that? You have to be truthful with the way you live your life, so your children will be truthful. You cannot teach your children for Torah when you are a hypocrite about it. Your sons will go away off the path. So in order to make sure that your children stay on the path, there's never a guarantee. There's never a guarantee. Your kids also have a free choice. But in order to increase their chances, you have to be fair with your children and live life of the truth. Live life of Kedusha, live life of holiness, live life of Torah. Kedusha and Torah go hand in hand. As much as a person should be careful what he says on Shabbat, you should be careful what he says during the week. As much as you learn, and your willingness to learn is to be able to get down to the bottom of things, to get to the core of the sugya, of whatever we learn in the Gemara. You want to make sure that you know exactly how and why they got there. So are you, for your own ways. Apply the skills that you learn in Gemara to your life. Wonder why. See how things have affected you. What's the reason for this? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I looking for? Because if this was a limud in the Gemara, You would ask all the questions in the world. You should be able to learn like this through your life. Why? Not for a doubt, but to have a clarity of what and why are we doing what we're doing. Have a clarity to be able, what we said yesterday, a person would realize one thing. Ana avda de kucha brichu. I am a servant of Hashem. So if you wanted a Jewish meditation or Jewish mantra, meditate on the concept. I am a servant of Hashem. Ana avda de kucha brichu. Once you're going to realize that you are a slave of Hashem, it will be easier for you to do what you need to do. You will have a better understanding and less of a conflict because you know your place. You are a servant of God. May it be HaKadosh Baruch Hu will grant us with this great, great title to be called a servant of God. Amen. Ken Yiratzon.